Good afternoon. My name's John with the Pine Tree. I'm here with Dean Linton.
John, how you doing?
Hey, this is good, and this is one of those little business focus pieces where I think is a great not only business story but a Calaveras County story. Now you do Linton Business Consulting, correct?
That is correct.
And we have in our midst, because we like to think of ourselves as rural, small town, but we have people who have world-class skills that have moved here and can provide services for business and stuff without ever leaving our backyard. And you have what's the premise of your consulting? You're very focused. What's the...
Yeah, I'm actually very focused,
Yeah.
and I help small to medium-sized businesses get profitable and stay profitable. That's my whole platform is never losing money.
Right, which is kind of the basics, huh? I mean, it's...
You'd think so, but it's, it's a lot harder than that, but yeah.
No, understood. Now, some of the things that you can help customers with here locally is, lots of times I know you end up going to the day-to-day stuff, you just fight the business thing, but lots of times we don't end up planning as well as we should or making any plans at all. I mean,
Right,
isn't that,
right.
you kind of help us focus a little bit? Is that...
Yeah, a lot of times you end up in the day-to-day, and,
Right.
and it's really hard to take a step back and take a look at what your overall goal is, what got you in business to begin with.
Right.
And why you are here. And one of the things I do is I'm very focus based, I'm very plan oriented, and we look at short term, medium and long term, what you want your business to look like, and then build a platform to where you can get to it and then stay that way.
Are there specific time points in a business? Let's say you're at a certain time in life where you may be planning a transition in several years, or seems like that where you actually, planning is more important. Is it
Now.
now is the
Yeah,
time?
yeah. You really always need to be on top of your game with your business.
Right.
As soon as you turn your head away and look elsewhere, things tend to happen.
Understood.
And you can never be too early focusing and planning.
Now, tell us a little bit about your story. Tell us a little about the story. I know you have, it was fascinating. I mean, you ran for, 17 years almost, the company you're with? I mean, you made your numbers every month?
Yeah, I was running a distribution center and a manufacturing company.
Yeah.
And we had 17 years of month after month, quarter after quarter, year after year of hitting our numbers,
Wow.
our budget numbers, which was
Wow.
pretty tough to do, obviously,
Right.
because we had different economic, climates through that time.
Right.
And so, it wasn't all me. Obviously, I had a very good supporting staff and good people. I had great people that trained me. And that's really how I learned what I know now, was by just watching these people that really paid a lot of attention to what they were doing. And that's what I try to get people to do is really focus on what's happening.
So you had a planned structure, you worked backward from it, and you went
Absolutely.
after your numbers, you knew what you were doing to go after those numbers.
Yeah, as much as you possibly
Right,
can. Yeah,
right.
Barring a natural disaster,
Yeah.
there really isn't any reason to lose money once you're up and planning if you're really paying attention to what's going on. There's really no reason to, again, outside of a natural,
Right.
Something that we can't control.
Now, if somebody's looking at it, what are your costs? What is it going to cost them to get started? What would you, for a business who wants to come to you and think, that's something I need this year. What?
My initial consultation is free.
Okay.
Because I want to make sure it's a fit for both of us. I'm going to make sure I have the skills that they're looking for. And
So it may not
that's
be a
good.
marriage, but at least it's a short-term
Yeah,
relationship.
exactly. Yeah, we're going to date a little while. It really depends on the scope, and
Right.
it's really time-based. It could be something as simple as a few hours reviewing a profit and loss statement with somebody, or as involved in vendor negotiations, training your salespeople. There's obviously dozens of things to really look at with the business, and it depends on the size. If you've got a $20 million revenue business and you've got 50 employees, obviously it's going to take
There's
me a
more
little
moving
longer,
parts,
more
huh?
moving parts
Yeah.
to get in there. But you can't be too small, and you really can't be too big. The basic business philosophy is really the same for any business.
Right. Do you see this as, for lack of a better term, as a coaching as well? Is it that how you see it is?
Yeah, it definitely can be coaching.
Okay.
A lot of times people are on the right path. They've got a great product. They're really close, and sometimes they need someone to bounce ideas off of. Someone that's been through what they're going through before,
Right.
and you can coach them through it. A lot of times it's employee based, or they're having issues with employees. How do I navigate through this? And
That never happens in business, does it?
unfortunately, yeah. Never. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So it just all depends on every situation is different.
Right.
And I love it. It's really fun to do.
So you would, obviously local clients are good, but you'll travel as well, right?
Yeah, I've spent a lot of time traveling out of state. I'm trying to build the business here locally and help our local businesses.
You just went on like an 8-month one up in Seattle, so you don't want to do that again, right? No, just kidding.
Well, not particularly, but I would, again.
Right.
California is very easy to get around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, well, thank you. Thank you
bet.
for what you're
Thank
doing.
you,
I
John.
think this is a needed service here in our area because it adds, good expertise to where people can find expert level services without leaving our general area. And now I think with the first part of the new year, it's time to make those business plans and go get them done. Huh?
Sure. Do a business tune-up.
That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.